We are back. I am re-uploading chat on my computer. Give me 2 seconds, everybody. Hello, 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 hello. There we go. Oh my God. No. What are you doing? Okay, here we go. We are back. Sorry, guys. Don't know what happened. But I can't get my chat to enlarge. Get bigger. Hello. Do I need to do this? There we go. Nope. What happened? YouTube crashed as per usual. Spinning wheel in your head. Yeah, sorry about that. Sorry you're late. You're all good. We are back. Yeah, it crashes literally every single flipping time I go live. It's really annoying and it drives me nuts. I don't know where we were with dried flowers, not dried flowers, flower pot, but this color is flower pot, unfortunately. It's a tough color. It's a tough color. Right as it died. I'm so sorry, guys. Live just like completely crapped out. Got the first stream notification. Ugh. It's just annoying. It's really it's more tan than brown. Right. I just wish YouTube would just like work. Yeah, it is more tan than brown. It's a tough color. All right. Thank you, Stephanie, for the floating heart. I just leave you alone. Yeah, I don't understand why YouTube crashes all the time. I wish I knew. Because I literally feel like it's every live YouTube crashes. Every single time. Is the construction over now? It is. Thank God. Also, kind of another reason why I want uh the cleaner to come in and do a deep clean is because the construction's over and I feel like there's a layer of like dust on everything now. Like no matter how many times I clean, I feel like there is still dirt on everything. Okay. I've been run down by a bus. Oh no, I'm sorry. Did your insurance and doctors figure everything out, Raquel? Stephanie, thank you for being a member for 6 months. Thanks, guys. Yes, like the live stream. Yeah, guys, do we want to see the cups again now that we're back? Decorative wood and flower street logo went along a tiny edge and through the window. In your house? No, because why would they? Of course. All right. So again, for all of my members, cups are going to be available. I'm saying Friday. It's currently Tuesday. I can get it done by Friday, right? In theory. I'm waiting for my boxes, and then I'm having a technical difficulty with the 20 ounces. So it took them 2 attempts. That's hysterical. Well, you moved. That's all right. No need to apologize. Hello, hello, hello. Give me 2 seconds, guys, to just pull a little bit more of this out. You know what, guys? Let's do this. Let's just finish this mushroom and then we'll do cups. How about that? Let's do that. Let's finish up this little mushroom butt and then we'll do cups. How about that? Hello, hello, hello. Hi, everybody. Make sure you guys like the live now that we're back. Sorry we took a brief little quick hiatus there. Look, it gave everybody a potty break. How about that? That's what we're gonna say. It was intentional. It was entirely intentional. Hello, hello. All right, let's stuff it. My crochet hook is so pretty. Thank you. The hooks are from Hooks and Glitter. Did we get new cups? We did. We got the cups. So let's talk about the cups as I'm stuffing here. For the members, I am making a mushroom. Cups are going to be available on Friday. The 40 ounces are 45. The 20 ounces are 35. The 20 ounces, I have a total of 2. And they don't currently have straws. So those aren't going to ship until probably the end of June. However, the 40 ounces that I currently have, those ones I can ship out right away once I get my boxes for them. The 40 ounces have metal straws. The 20 ounces will have plastic straws. Unless you don't want the straw, in which case I can ship out the 20 ounces right away. The 20 ounces, I literally have 2. A whopping 2. There may be a total of 5, but of the ones that I have right now, I have a total of 2. The 40 ounces, I believe I have like 20. Are the mushroom guys 20? Yes, they are. Um, so yeah, that's about it for the cups. Did I go over everything except for showing them to you? Did I go over everything? Did I hit all of the things? How much for just your socks? What do you gotta be weird for? You know, I think I can always keep it on, like, not putting it on subscriber only mode, and then people have to be weird. Oh, what did I just do? Okay. I think I fixed it. The worst lupus flare-up since diagnosis your doctor is having to use things awfully. Oh boy. On the front of the communal balcony running along the apartments, we call them flats. Oh, fun. Fun, fun, fun. Okay. Oh, okay, Rue. Rue is leaving. Ruthie heard Ben. All right. It's midnight. Of course. Yeah, right. Doot. The American Healthcare. I'm trying. Yep. We're gonna close this butt, and then we will go over cups again. So, I feel like I've said this 4 times already, but 40 ounces will be $45. 20 ounces are $35. I literally only have 2 of them. So if you wanted the 20 ounce and not the 40 ounce, you got to join the membership, guys, because I'm literally only going to have 2 of them. I may have a total of 5. And again, that will go to members first before everybody else. I will start off, I believe, again, like, I think there's 20 of the 40 ounces. And then after that, it'll just be a pre-order, and then it will be a pre-order for everybody else. Now, if we don't sell out of them on Friday, which, could possibly happen, totally fine. Then the next week they'll go up for sale for everybody. But the website is probably going to be password protected for members on Friday for the cups. Mushroom guy! He's so cute. He's so chunky. Oh, scared scrap of you. Oh boy, that's a lot. All right. So they are a different color. They are a bit of a lighter pink. They are all handmade. I was supposed to be getting the rest of them this weekend, Memorial Day weekend, but my craft show was canceled, so I didn't end up going to go and get them. However, we have the 40 ounces. They are a lighter pink. They are all handmade. These ones are $45 plus shipping, obviously. And again, there might be some minor imperfections. I'm not seeing any, but again, they are all handmade, so, drink your water, take your meds. Crochet Vision. The 20 ounce, again, I don't have the straws for these, so unless you tell me ship it without a straw, these guys will not ship until the end of June. Drink your water, take your meds. Crochet Vision. Crochet Vision. I literally have 2 of these. And they do have like the coffee type slide top. So the only way this will ship is if you tell me I don't want a straw with it. These will ship out on Friday. That's words. Yep, Friday. So otherwise they will ship out in at the end of June. Because that's when I think I'm going to get to see my girl next at my next show. I just don't think I'm going to make it out to her before my next show, and the next show is in June. So that's the deal. Again, there will be 2 20 ounces. These ones are $35. They are rainbow hollow. I don't know if you can see it. You see it? They're pretty. Rainbow hollow. Yay. Drink your water, take your meds. And again, when I say slight imperfections on it, specifically on this one, from what I can see, vision, the V in vision is not as bright as the crochet part. They're handmade. But literally 2 of the 20 ounces. And then I believe I have about 20 for the first start of the 40 ounces. And then the rest would be, we'll do a pre-order for when I get them in June. And look, if we sell out of them on a pre-order, maybe I can convince Ben to go and drive me to Cape May to go get them. Though this says drink your water, take your meds. That's the motto. I say it all the time. All right, guys. So before we do another mushroom, because I'm intending on doing another mushroom, I gotta detangle just a tad bit here. Yeah, okay. So that's that. Or see if Kyle can take you. It's a far drive. It's a long drive. It's a lot. Hello, Madison. You started saying that to your husband? Yes. And then I did revamp all of my merch from the last time. I haven't placed my order yet for my samples, but once I talk to Kyle, I will be doing that because I need Kyle's opinion. And I'm really excited about some of the designs and some of the stuff. I think we're We're either going with Gildan sweatshirts or independent trading company. The Comfort Colors ones are just so expensive, unfortunately. You one more cup and we finish the mushroom. That's it. Hello, Amy. Hello, hello. Did you see the cups? Oh, and this one's also hollow, rainbow hollow. Do you see it? It's rainbow hollow here too, all the way through the pink too. So we've got hollow, we've got pink. The 40-ounce cups have a metal straw. The 20-ounce cups will have plastic or no straw. Not a solution or treatment. What I gave her. Yeah. Yeah. So, again, guys, I cannot control the fact that we didn't end up getting them this weekend. I'm so sorry about that. I was hoping to have them this weekend, but the craft show was canceled. There was no point in me driving out there just to get the cups. Mind a bird knocking at your window. He's driving you bonkies. Aww. Till the second anyway. Try anyway. Who didn't get a chance to jump on? What? I am making a little mushroom. And I feel like we're kind of going mushroom turtle, mushroom turtle. But I feel like we're doing a little bit more mushrooms right now because I have a gigantic pile of yarn barf that I made myself. I think everything he's done for the country and stuff yesterday, Monday was his day. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. Monday was good. So much. So glad, and they look amazing. Thank you. Yeah, I'm really, really happy with how they came out. And you name him Gary. I love that. Yeah, the cups took a while, but I'm really, really excited about them. Going to get up early and watch for the cups on Friday. Well, Stephanie, I should, in theory, have it all lined up, and I will have it set to happen on like a timer, and I will set a time because in theory, okay, let's check, guys. Let's check. Okay, today was a Vyvanse day. Tomorrow is not a Vyvanse day. Thursday will be a Vyvanse day, which means that I should be able to tell you guys what time they will be able to go on Friday. Maybe tomorrow should also be a Vyvanse day. Maybe tomorrow should be a Vyvanse day, and then Thursday is a non-Vyvanse day. Anyway, not only every other day, but I've just taken it for so many days in a row now that I don't want to become dependent on it. And I want to be able to be creative. I have barely been crocheting like anything because I've been working on literally everything else. Kyle, you still in chat? Did he go sleepies? Someone probably needs surgery. Oh no, I'm so sorry to hear that. My nephew was born on Friday, first one from one of my siblings. So I'm a new auntie now. That's so amazing. Love that. Yay. When you did the first stream. Oh, okay. Got you. That is lovely. If I ever thought productivity could be a problem, right? Sorry you're late. No apologies necessary. You're all good. And creative at the same time. That's kind of what I'm finding is I can do one or the other. I cannot do both. with dad for dad's appointment. How's your dad doing? Is he doing better? So concerned about your husband, I completely forgot about your dad. Oh my god. It's the strangest thing to be able to sit in the car and not feel like I need to be crocheting the entire time I'm in the car. It is the weirdest thing for me. Breathing kids up for daycare, got you. But nothing that you enjoyed, gotcha. Getting a lot of your patterns done. I have not touched my patterns yet. Um, oh my god, I only put one arm on this thing. I have not touched my patterns yet because I've been focusing on the house first, right? Um, Curating, but what can you do? Fair enough. I've been focusing on my house first. I really haven't been touching yarn, period. However, I do almost have form of dementia. I'm sorry to hear that. I almost have my desk back. So, um, I should be able to work on patterns soon. I have re-put crap on my desk, but everything that's been brought up here has a home. I just have to like put it in the home. So we just need to do like a little tidy sesh. And then um yeah, and like quite frankly, like getting the cups out I felt like was more important than patterns because I finally have them and I've just been waiting for them for so long. So yeah, you're shocked. Shocked at what? Oh yeah, you're good. So like my living room and dining room, guys, it looks so good. My kitchen even looks great. But I've now brought so much stuff upstairs in about a month now. Yeah. And then I have 3 by the way, thank you. I have 3 custom orders that I have to work on. Um, and 2 of them will be updating one of the patterns because that's what it needs. Um, do I think I'll be able to work on patterns at home and not at the library? I hope so. That's the plan. Guys, I had so much anxiety surrounding merch for so long. I took a day and just sat there and like dealt with the website and redesigned everything and doing all the stuff and I think we might have merch sooner than we think. I have to click go on the order for my samples, but we might have merch sooner than we think. And it's a merch line that I worked really, really hard on and that I'm really, really excited about. For your pediatric ER, any stuffed animal kids will like. Sea turtles. I don't know. Rewatching my old craft share markets. I've been loving all the soap lady drama as if I don't know what she's done. She's wild. She is wild. Um, it's just like it's kind of so like I have those 2. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I'm not going to get ahead of myself. I've had a week, but regardless, I need to get the listing up and ready for the cups. That's a tomorrow project. Stuff like that. And you're friends now. Yeah, right. Well, it is a medication that can be addictive, so we're not trying to do that entirely, but it does make a world of a difference. And now she's all a year about. I have a half-started unicorn downstairs too. I gotta finish it. I gotta finish it. Will I have stickers with "Take your meds"? Maybe. There is a possibility. I don't currently. Maybe. We gotta get through cups first. Gotta get through the cups first. Do what works for you. Yeah. Yeah. I literally went into the appointment and was like, look, I don't want to not feel like myself. I don't want anything. So I was heavily medicated as a teenager, right? Crazy antidepressants, like ended up feeling like a zombie. I was on Valium and they put me on a million antidepressants at a very young age. And um gonna wake up for some work. You got it. Um I was like, I don't want to not feel like myself and I don't want to be reliant on something to make me feel like me. Like I'm genuinely like a happy person. I don't have a lot of issues. Um I am double stranding the white yarn, yes. Um and like I don't that's not what I want. I just want to be able to focus on something. Like my anxiety was getting so bad and I didn't even realize how bad my anxiety was getting. Um And, like, I feel so much better. She's like, "I really think that this" there were 2 different routes that we could go. I think you can go, like, the SSRI route for ADHD or, um, the stimulant route. And she's like, "I wanna try this first, then if that doesn't work, we can try this, and if this doesn't work, then we can try that." And I'm very happy. I think I will do Christmas Hut. No, I don't. The thing with the Christmas huts is it's far. It is far away from me. Um, and I'd have to have so much inventory to be able to do a Christmas hut that unless you want me to stop making YouTube videos, like I can't just do a hut. It's just too much work. But okay to still be me. I feel a lot more like myself now that I'm on the Vyvanse. Like I'm so much happier. I'm not stressed. I'm not on edge all the time. Like, yeah, my opinion on gifting crochet creations. The appreciation stopped, so did the gifts. I don't normally do gifts unless it's something someone asks for. Um, there are a few friends that I will give baby gifts to, and I will make everything for my niece and nephews that they ever possibly could want. But as far as people, not really. Gave me major rage. The new formulation of the extended release Vyvanse has been working magic for me. Like I'm so happy and I feel great. And the reason we didn't go the other like the SSRI route is A, I didn't want to be on antidepressants. And B, because again, I'm happy. I'm not depressed. I was stressed the f- out and anxiety was bad. But again, we thought, and I think we thought correctly, that it was all stemming from the ADHD and my brain just running a mile a minute at all times. Um, and so once we kind of chilled my brain out a bit, like, and it's funny because I can still feel like the ADHD peek through, right? You've seen it already in this live where I'm like talking about something and I'm like, I was saying words. And it to me, it's really funny when it keeps peeking through, but at least I can get back on track faster. You have changed, glad it's working for you. Thank you. I just feel like I can take a deep breath, and it doesn't feel like I'm not me, it literally just feels like I can take a deep breath. Like, I'm so happy with how I feel because it's just been it was getting bad, and she wanted something that she thought was going to work quickly to help, and it has, and it's been amazing. You're feeling so much better. Yeah, thank you. It's still not perfect, right. And what works for me isn't gonna work for everybody. I'm really glad that it's working for me right now. That doesn't mean to say it won't stop working in the future, but I'm ecstatic right now. Again, even Ben was like, "Oh, wow." I'm like, "Yeah, I know." Making the depression worse. Yep. Men not in a rude way. Oh, absolutely. I I appreciate that. I'm never gonna say that my life is perfect and things are perfect. It's I see more put together. I feel more put together. It doesn't feel like I'm on edge constantly, like, I can breathe. I don't feel stressed. And I feel like I can actively put in order things that I can do that are gonna help, whereas before, it kinda just felt like I was being pulled in 12,000,000 different directions, and, like, nothing I did was gonna be good enough, and you've less anxiety, you're less frazzled. Good. I'm so glad because I literally just feel like the edge has just been taken off, and it's like I can put together, like, lists of, like, things that I need to make and things that I need to do, and I can actually prioritize things instead of being like, "I need a quick dopamine hit. Let's make 12,000,000 sea turtles. I need a dopamine hit. Let's make everything." So right now I'm focusing on, um, finishing all of the product the migraines have been a lot better since I started the medication, and I don't wanna jinx it. I have a headache right now, but we're getting a big rainstorm tomorrow. We can all tell you're better. Anyway, I have a migraine right now, but it's this has been, like, the first migraine I've had since I've started the medication, which is saying something. Um, Not trying to be funny. Oh, I know. I know how bad it was. Like, you don't realize how bad it is until it's not bad anymore, and I'm like, "Oh. Oh, it was getting really bad." And I'm just glad that all of you guys encouraged me to get help, and Ben encouraged me to get help, and I yeah. And, like, I'm looking at all of the things that I am trying to do, right? We want tutorials, we want patterns, we want pom-poms, we want eyes, we want merch. And I'm literally able to be like, okay, well, today I'm only going to be able to get one done, so I can do one. And we're going to do one. And if that happens this week, great. But at least it's a step in the right direction instead of I can't do anything. I cannot do anything right. Nothing is ever going to be enough. I can't do it. Like maybe I'll get a video out this week, maybe I won't. Like j- it was a lot. And now I'm feeling like we're going to be able to do some things. And I'm very excited about that. I'm so excited. And like the first day I took it, it was literally Ben was like, it's like Hurricane Sarah blew through and did everything. And he's like, I don't know if he I don't even want to say it that way. It's kind of just like I knew I had the ability to do things, but the anxiety was just getting so crippling that like I couldn't do anything and I just couldn't start anything. That now it's like, oh, we can get things done. We can do this. Thank God. And I think that it was also the anxiety of feeling heard, going to a doctor and having to admit that I needed help and that this was a problem and that we needed to do something and need to, to change some things. And I also have both my parents saying, no, you're not ADHD. There's no way. Absolutely not. You're fine. I'm like, no. And then once I did get the medication and I got the actual diagnosis, they're like, oh. And then I got on the medication and I was like, my brain is quiet and like, this is incredible. They were both like, what? So it's very, so I've just been told by like my family that my whole life that I'm fine. And then I have the internet being like, Sarah, you need help. I have my husband being like, babe, you might want to, I think we might want to go do that. We might want to go do that. And just that I finally it took a long time, but I'm so glad that I was able to find a doctor who heard me, who didn't make me feel like I was making everything up in my head about how bad it was and how things were, and heard me and was willing immediately to be like, okay, well, we can do this, or we can do this, we can do this, or we can do this. What do we want to do? How do you want to approach this? And I was like, I need something now. She's like, great. So we're going to go this route. And if we don't like it, we're going to try this. And if we don't like that, we're going to try this. And I'm like, thank God. Thank God. And that's the same thing that's going on with my OBGYN at this current point in time and my neurologist. So I'm very happy. Very happy. I DM'd you pictures of my jellyfish again. Yes, I saw. Um, Tell her that you can either do it all in one color or she needs to pick something else. I think you could put baby pink with it and it would be fine, but it's hard. I had one skein of this. I don't even know what color it is, and it's all I have of it. Eating at 7, I wasn't allowed in school unless I was medicated. It is so different between men and women and a lot harder to diagnose. I was not very hard to diagnose in the slightest. And even in my childhood, I'm pretty sure I have a childhood diagnosis, but my parents were not about to put me on stimulants. My mom was not about that. That was just not gonna happen. We tried everything else, but like addictive substances, my mom was like, no. Is that tomato? It was not. I have no idea what color it is. It is not tomato because I have tomato sparkle and it's different. It's a different shade. Um, I'm making it up for attention. I thought I was going crazy and believed it. I don't think they thought I was making it up for attention. It's I wasn't as bad in school as I was as an adult. And again, my parents had me I had an activity every single day after school. I was constantly in different activities and different clubs. Like I was in a great school environment that I was in different clubs constantly to keep my brain doing things. I procrastinated the shit out of everything and they just assumed that that was just procrastination. And I never slept. And I still didn't. Like um so and like I told her what my schedule was and I lived in New York, which I'm not going to go into right now. When I lived on my own in New York City, my schedule just was absolutely insane. And I was like I thrived and like I was getting like maybe 4 hours of sleep a night and I was living my best life and I was constantly doing something different and it was wild. And my psychiatrist was like, "Oh, yeah, that makes sense." She's like, I'm like, "It's wild." And, like, the fact now, like, I generally was thriving, like, even as an adult now, on, like, 6 hours of sleep. But I was constantly tired, or I could sleep for, like, 12 hours a day and, like, still wake up tired. Like, there was no in between. Um, it's, like, it's a well-studied fact, except every single one of you on the internet could look at me and look at my videos and be like, "Sarah, you have ADHD." Most people who know what ADHD is like or know people who are ADHD, um, see me and they're like, "You are a stereotype of exactly what it is." And yeah, just wild. Wild. Wild, wild. And it was also, like, when kids were my age, it was a big, like, thing that everyone was ready to jump to, "Oh, you're a hyperactive child. Instead of just putting you in activities and, like, getting you to be a kid, we're gonna medicate you right away." And my parents were like, "No. Everybody's medicating for this? Like, we're absolutely not. Absolutely not. We're not doing that." I'm like, and I'm very grateful for that as a child, that I get to make these decisions as an adult, but it was very hard for a while, and I'm very glad now that I was able to advocate for myself and be like, "Something's wrong. Something's wrong." So yeah, I saw straight away and thought you already knew. Yeah, because, like, textbook. Like, my psychiatrist, she was like, "You're probably one of the easiest cases that I've been able to just write down and say, 'Yeah, you got it.'" Like, no questions asked. The entire time I was sitting there in the analysis, whatever, and we're talking, we're going over everything, we're going over this, we're going over that. And you're a walking billboard for ADHD. I could tell because I have the same face, right? Um, I've been working for about a week and I just finished. Yes, Georgia, fabulous. Think children are no, they don't know how not right. Um, if I wasn't in a club doing activities every weekend, I was in the library. I always had somewhere to be, something to do, somewhere to go, like every single day. Um, and you could tell my meds are wearing off. What was I saying? Poster child for it. Easy as so I was in the evaluation. That's the word. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, I think one of the reasons I crochet so much and like I'm constantly working is like we got to the concept of fidgeting, and I'm like, "I brought my yarn bag." I'm like, "I cannot sit still. I'm constantly needing to do something." I'm like, "My hands have to be moving, like, it is a problem. You stick a pen in my hand, I'm gonna click it nonstop. Like, my hands need to be moving." And she's like, "If you need to do that for yourself right now," she's like, "feel free." I'm like, "I You're sure?" She's like, "Yeah, not a problem." I pulled out my crochet and I made 2 cats and a bee while I was sitting in the office, not even looking at it, not even paying attention. She goes, "Oh, yeah, we gotta do something." Like, I could not, and she could see me, like, sitting there, like, clenching because I couldn't, like, sit there, and I was like, sitting here is, like, so hard for me right now to just sit and, like, not do anything. I'm like, I'm itching to do something. Like, I need to move, like, I can't just sit here. She's like, "Well, if you need to get up and pace, like, or anything, not a problem, or you wanna grab your crochet, like, you don't have to ask, go for it." I'm like, "Say less. Say less." And I literally spent the entire rest of the session moving my hands because I just could not sit there. Couldn't do it. Let alone being a girl, I was in school as a constant leg stamp. Oh, I constantly. I'm still not 5 feet tall. Oh boy, yeah. Well, that's the thing. I had a lot of stuff going on as a kid, and um, my mom was really not about the same. And I completely get it. Like being on like Adderall, Ritalin, anything like that, Vyvanse, and Vyvanse is a relatively new drug, right? Um, it's scary, especially my mother does so much research into all this stuff that she's like, "We're not gonna do that. We're just gonna deal." And we did, and it was fine. Um, but I I was the tallest in my class until I wasn't. And then I, like, stopped growing, and when they realized that I stopped growing, sorry, my eye is just wigging out right now. When I stopped growing, I think I was 11, and I think I had stopped growing at, like, 9. And, like, I shot up, I hit 5 foot, and, like, that was it. And they were genuinely concerned about my height, and they were about to put me on, like, kid growth hormones so that way I would grow a bit more. Um, but when you're a girl, you have to be on that stuff before you get your period, and, like, it was I think it was, like, the month that they were gonna start me on it, I got my period and couldn't do it. So, that's a whole other thing. So I just married a man who can reach the top shelf because I can't. Oh, cool. This is literally just like a bag of all mushroom tops. Cool. You're 13 and you're 5'9". That you are lucky. However, we don't talk about age because the age on the internet is so dangerous. And I know you're 13 and you don't realize it yet, but sharing your age on the internet is a very scary place. So please no age in the chat. We'll generally find Yeah, but that was a thing. Once they realized that I was going to be short for the rest of my life, like, maybe we should do something about this. And everyone was dragging their feet, and then it was too late. So, all of my friends are tall. Like, Kyle's tall, Alana's tall, Cameron's tall, or they're exactly my height. My college roommate is like exactly my height. Um, your followers. I try. Thank you. They put you on hormones. I didn't get any taller. Yep. Cause more harm than good. Yeah. My mom was very much against medication. Not that she was like a holistic woo-woo person, but like I had chicken pox and didn't do the chicken pox vaccine because when I was young, we didn't know enough about the chicken pox vaccine. But like chicken pox doesn't kill you, so it was like it wasn't a big deal. Your sister is 6 foot and I'm 5'4". Yeah. At least you're 5'4". Um, What my Rochelle's tall too. All my friends are tall. I mean, Felicia's tall. All my friends are tall. Um, my friend's daughter is now taller than I am. And I told her, I'm like, well, we can't be friends anymore. You're new here. Welcome. Your brother is 6'3" and you're 5'3". My brother's almost 6 foot. I'm glad I got really well, I'm glad you were here. Thank you for being here. 5 foot wishes. Yep. Best friend is 6'9". That's fabulous. I mean, my husband's 6'1". I'm 5'1". I think Kyle's like 6'2". TOO, not 2, 6'2", 6. 6 foot as well. My dad's not very tall. My grandfather was. My mom's average height. Get the shot for singles. They won't give it to me. They will not do it until I hit 50. I'm 5'1" on a good day. Your best friend is 6'2". Yep. Good night. Sorry you're back. You're good. Your husband is 6'2". Yep. What am I making? Mushrooms. Yeah. 5'4". I got what you meant. Yeah. I'm 5'1". So all I got. Oh, thank you for the coin. Good night. Is 1 foot tall. He's scared. Yeah. It was so funny because, like, when Ben and I started dating, I mean, that's not even all of the guys that I ever dated were tall. Everyone was tall. And all my friends were always like, "Sarah, you get all the tall ones." And I'm like, "You knew him before I did." What? And you want to talk? You want Ben? You could have him. They're like, "He's yours." I'm like, "Mm-hmm." Like, what do you want, guys? What do you like? I can't help it. And I'm so short. Is there a sample to review? Sample of what? Anxiety, ADHD, and ADD. I was on anxiety meds. I think you need to go back on something. My brain seems sick. Hamster wheel. Yep. I literally explained it as cartwheels. She liked that I explained it as cartwheels. I'm 5'7" and won't stop growing. Enjoy it. It will be fabulous. The tall ones want the short, right? Mentally unstable and anxiety to top it off and extra spicy. Yeah. And got shingles. It wasn't bad, but I was like, what the fuck? I was only one finger better than most people. I've had shingles twice. Maybe you weren't here a few years ago, my lollipop. I had shingles at 14, and then I had shingles at 28. I've had shingles twice. Oh, I know. It's horrible. 14 years apart. Every time. And they will not give me the shingles vaccine, even though I'm essentially the perfect candidate for it. And thank God I had it before, so I knew exactly what was happening, and I was able to get on Aclovir early enough. It was so bad. And then it was right before Thanksgiving, and my mom kept sending me, "I'm so sorry for your genetics presents." That happened. That happened. Are nice and short and petite, and you're a giant. Enjoy it. Make fun of all of them for being short. Is there a sample of the mushroom? We're going to be done with it very, very soon. They do not take long to make. This is the third one I've done so far on this live. You're 5'4" now, yeah. Not react to the chickenpox vaccine. Who knows what will happen? I don't know. We're 6'5" and 6'7". That's wild. Chickenpox 3 times, 6, 16, and 22. Oh boy. No, I have had straight up shingles. It comes right up on my back. It's a miserable, horrible, awful time. My dad was 6'2" and my mom was 5'9". My brother is 5'8" and I'm 5'8". My parents are both tall. My brother and I are short. And they gave you the shingle shot. They told me, I have had multiple doctors and pharmacists tell me they will not give me the shingles vaccine. You're not short, you're fun size, yeah. Degenerative arthritis. Oof. It bugs me all the time. I'm 5'5", he's almost 6'5". Yeah. Think your shingles were caused by stress? Yeah. Yeah. It's probably genetics being with 7 feet tall. Oh boy. Yeah. Why did I have shingles? I don't know. It just happened. Love our healthcare system, yeah. Well, so the thing is too is like it hasn't been tested on younger people yet. And normally shingles is something that you don't have to worry about until you are older. So, granted, my grandfather had it at 90 and that was the worst it had been, and my dad had it again like it runs in my family. It's just fucking miserable. It's terrible. Horrible, awful, no good, very bad day. But after I got it the second time, um, uh, I asked all the pharmacists about what they'd say and all these things, and they're like, It hasn't been clinically tested on younger people, so they won't do it." It's it runs along the nerve, and it's horribly painful. For me, thankfully, both times I've had it, it was on my spine, on the one flank of my back, and it's one of my son's favorites. I've never read it. I just have picked that line up. I don't know why or how. It's in my everyday vocabulary. I say it all the time. Have I ever read that book? No. I just think it's a clever title. When I was having, like, the pain where it was, I thought I had a stomach bug. My stomach was it was horrible. Um, and I kept, like, itching my back. I'm like, "Do I have bug bites? Like, did I do something?" And I'm like, "Is it shingles?" And thankfully, like, where it was and what it looked like, Ben was like, "It doesn't look like it yet," but because it was in the exact same spot of where I had it the first time, he could see the scars from the first time, and so, Ben took me to urgent care and right away, and they were like, "Ooh, you caught this real early," and I'm like, "Thank God." I was miserable, it was horrible. Hello, hello. Chickenpox 5 times, oh boy. Have I ever watched Stranger Things? No, that is not a Sarah TV show. Arthritis, oh boy. However, what I did watch, things that I have watched recently, and by recently, I mean yesterday. Had to lop off a couple of yards of my jeans. Oh boy. I've always had to um duct tape my jeans up because jeans are always too long. Um we duct tape our jeans in my family. Um I watched The Crash. That was really good on Netflix. Then I watched, I think it was called Could I Marry a Killer or Can You Marry a Killer? Something like that. That one was really good. That one was about a Scottish murder. And then I just caught your video. I was in my late 30s. I had to get a shot for shingles just to get cochlear surgery. I'm surprised we're unable to get it. They will not do it. I have asked so many doctors if they'll give me the shingles vaccine. They've said no. Not till I'm 55. It might be 51 now, but they will not do it. So every 14 years, I just got to be careful. Good night. And then I started watching, and I didn't get to finish it. Um, I have asked my pharmacy. Yes, I have. Yes, I asked my new doctor. Um, the new one on the FLDS. About the new guy Carlos. Um, I don't remember what the name of the thing was. And keep getting distracted. The Crash is pretty good. I think they did a really good job with The Crash. Apparently, they left some stuff out, and I need to, oh, oop, oop. Nope, 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 nope. Sorry, Netflix just did weird things. It's The False Prophet. Yes, that one. Yeah, The False Prophet. Yep. That's what I started watching. I haven't finished it yet. Think I was on episode 2. Wild. That's all right. No need to apologize. You're so good. Have a good night. Yeah. Yes, that one. Yes, that one. That's what I was watching. The FLDS is so interesting to me, and, like, the brainwashing of the women and Warren Jett, like, the first one that came out, I was all on it. I was like, "Ooh," and I, like, did a deep dive into cults, and I love that shit. I love that shit. Um, and so, yeah, now that there's this new one, it was on my recommended for you to watch next, and I was like, yes, please. Yes, yes, please." So much was left out. That's what got me started, is that Annie Elise listed something about, like, what Netflix left out of The Crash, and I wanted to watch that, but I didn't know anything about it first, so you've been binging Crochet Vision videos? Well, thank you. It's a wild little name. Oh. Oh, I love cult shit. Oh, no, I love cult shit. I deep dive so if you wanna watch something good about cults, oh my god. So I don't necessarily like his YouTube. He's a little bit too Republican for me. But Sean Ryan has a few podcast episodes with a cult guy, and so good. So good. Do I know how to, and if you do, how advanced are you at it? At what? I'm very confused. Happy Lee says, "Oh, okay." Um, Watching Annie Lisa's channel yesterday. She's so good. Her cadence bothers me sometimes. Like, I don't feel like Annie Elise is just talking to you. Like, she's trying too hard, is kind of what it feels like. Whereas, like, Emily D. Baker, when she's talking about true crime and stuff like that, is just, like, straight up facts, this is what it is, blah, 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 blah. Whereas the Annie Elise it's more, like, focused, but her cadence is just like I don't know, it's interesting, but I was still very interested in it. Chickenpox virus on Sarah, yes. Opens you up to get the shingles as adult, correct. Whoop, sorry, Georgia, the bot does not like emojis. Do I know how to knit? I do know how to knit now. Yes, I do. I do. I do. I do. I do. I did. I just started. Yes, I have knit a few things. Oh, you good girl. Oh, you good girl. You a good girl. You want to come here? You want to come say hi? Come here. Come here. Come here. I want to love on you. I'm going to take this off. Come here. Come. Come here. Up. Yes. Come here. Yes, come here. Yes, I love you. Yes, I do. Hi. DTF St. Louis with Jason Bateman. I don't know what that one is. Hi, pretty girl. Oh, yeah, she's Tiefin. Oh, she's a Tiefer. She's a Tiefin. Hi. Hi. I know. I love you so much. I do. I do. I do. Look at her, guys. She's smiling. She's smiling so good. She's smiling so good. So many smiles. Kiss my baby. Yes. Oh, you're so pretty. You're so pretty. Yes, you're so good. Oh, yes, it's good spots. Is knitting hard to learn when you crochet? Yes. It was very hard for me to wrap my brain around it. They didn't do us any favors. Fair enough. Hi. Hello. Yes, hello. Yes, hello. You're such a good girl. She's so cute. Thank you. Yeah, she's pretty great. She's pretty special. She's pretty special. Yes, she is. She's my girl. Yes, you are. She has been very confused about why Mommy has been moving everything around in the house so much. If we were trying to figure out where the dog is. Oh, plus knitting isn't easy to fix when mistakes are made. Correct. Oh, thank you for the jewels. Thank you. Stephanie, thank you so much. Hello. Oh, yes, hi. Oh, hi. Oh, hello. Oh, hello. And we're upside down. And we're upside down. Oh my god, the chicken pox for thing. Oh boy. Yes, everybody says hello to you. They all love you so much. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Because you're the perfect girl. You're so perfect. I love you so much. Okay, okay. Chill. Can you just, like, chill out? I think crochet mistakes are a lot easier to fix than knitting mistakes, actually. It's about 5 pounds. Oh. Ruthie's about 20 pounds, maybe a little bit more now. She's gotten a little chunky. Oh, yeah, I caught you. I caught ya. You're trying to do flips. You're lucky I caught you. You'd have fallen off the couch. You would have fallen. You would have fallen. Yes, 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 yes. I want everybody to see your teeth in. There you see it. There's her tooth. There's her tooth. She's upside down. She's upside down. She's upside down. There's her tooth. She's toothing. Oh man, and she is shedding. Um, she's like, Mom, don't tell him I'm chunky, right? Um, the craziest thing, let's talk about chickenpox. My sister-in-law was vaccinated for chickenpox as a kid. Okay. She then worked in a school. And she was pregnant. And she had to go to an infectious disease doctor for them to scare the crap out of her because she somehow in her blood work had chickenpox antibodies as if she had had chickenpox, though she didn't get chickenpox, was vaccinated against chickenpox, and showed zero symptoms of having chickenpox. But because she was pregnant and they think that she had chickenpox while she was pregnant, it could have been a big problem. He's fine. Oh, he's a chalk. Can be fixed rose down without frogging. It just takes practice like everything. It's so much more tedious though to go down and you have to go so slow. Where crochet, you just rip it. Or you like fix it or whatever. Say that again? Okay. My sister-in-law was vaccinated as a child for chickenpox. Never had chickenpox. Okay. As an adult, she was pregnant with my niece. In her blood work, she had chickenpox antibodies as if she had just had chickenpox while she was pregnant. So she then had to go to the infectious disease doctor to like make sure that she was okay and the baby was okay while she was pregnant. It turned out to be nothing, but she never had chickenpox, showed no symptoms, but in her blood work, it looked like she had had chickenpox while she was pregnant. Specific arthritis. I'm sorry to hear that. It was wild. can't pull on what you need to. Yes. Was it in her blood because of the shot? No. No. Because she had to keep going back to like the infectious disease doctor until it was out of her system. Wild. Like she had the antibodies of chickenpox. It came up in her blood work, I think. Went well in the womb. That's wild. If she had it, she would have known exactly. But she worked at an elementary school, so. But she was vaccinated, so it's very weird. It. My poor sister-in-law had like the worst pregnancy. I felt so bad for her. She was freaking miserable pregnant. It was terrible. I felt so bad. And every time she's like, I know why you don't want to do this, Sarah. I don't blame you. I'm like, yeah, well. My craft videos, it seriously makes you miss doing them. Well, I'm glad you enjoy it. Yeah, it's knitting. So, that was a fun story. Oh, the reason for your first amputation? That's crazy. Oh, wow. But it ended up not being anything, so. Thank you so much for the star. I'm not even going to try to say your username, but thank you so much for that. Came in your room. Oh. Off to bed. Good night. Good night. But the stress of that, oh yeah, she just had she was miserable her whole pregnancy. It was terrible for her. I felt so bad. And they were constantly freaking her out with stuff like that. Had she ever had shingles? No. Nope. Thank you so much for the 100. Thank you, thank you. And still to this day, they don't know what happened. It is a mushroom, yes. Correct. Yeah, we talked about that earlier. Yeah, yeah. But one of the kids, but it wasn't an issue because both her and the kid were vaccinated. Possibly. Who knows? Bye, bye. Thank you so much. Big sea turtle tutorial. Well, the big sea turtle is the same as my small sea turtle, just in gigantic yarn. Um, so once I eventually maybe get the sea turtle pattern out, then maybe. You're crocheting a cake roll. How fun. I love you guys, or you may say girlies. Yes. Loving you guys too. Love your channel. I've been looking for some crochet channels. Any recommendations? Passionate Kelsey or Passionate Goods, Hooks and Healers, Blondie Knots, LA Crochet. Those are really the people I know of. Any new court cases? Well, I'm waiting to see what's going to happen with Alec Murdaugh, because he got a new trial. Letitia got a new trial, but I don't know if EDB is covering it. I really just enjoy the way that EDB covers court. So, oh, Cat's Crafty Crochet. Yeah, she has a channel too. Correct. Yes. I'm not excited about Letitia. Yeah, no, me neither. But again, I really just like the way. Oh my gosh, thank you for the high five, Stephanie. I like the way EDB covers court cases. So, I don't know. Oh yeah, one. Yeah. There's so many. State fair with her again this year. That's so fun. So fun. We love that. Woo. All right. How much more white do I have left here? We've got at least 2 more. So, Teal Yarn Crafts and Elise. Okay. He's on vacation this week, though. You know what? He deserves it. He works very hard. We were supposed to get together at some point, and he's just terrible at answering the phone. So, Faded Wildflower Crochet. I don't know them. There are so many crochet YouTubers now. Yeah, we're naming people now, and I have no idea who they are. I know Bag a Day. I don't know The Secret Yarnery. I don't know Faded Wildflower. Oh, I know none of these people. I don't watch a lot of crochet YouTube. I watch a lot of true crime. What time is it for me? 1:04 a.m. Affecting your counting. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Hello. From Kenya, lives there now. Oh, cool. I'm really into true crime. Before us in South Africa? Okay. Cinnamon Stitches, love her. I've never really watched her stuff. Like, I can only speak for who I have watched. Again, I don't really watch a lot of crochet YouTube. I really don't. I think it's just because, like, I have to do it so much. Like, when I'm working, I need a break from it, that it's like I can't keep thinking about it constantly. I watch Kelsey. I stay updated on Dana from Blondie Knots and Hooks and Healers and Morgan from LA Crochet, and that's really kind of it. Um, so I enjoy watching true crime. I watch a lot of Emily D. Baker. And it's also like, let's talk about it. I don't wanna watch a lot of other people's crochet stuff because I don't want my stuff to feel like theirs. I want my stuff to feel like me, right? I don't want people to think that I'm stealing other people's ideas. I don't want people to think that I'm saying, "Oh my goodness, thank you for the flow state. Thank you, thank you." Um, like, I'm not trying I don't want, like, that anxiety and that nonsense and drama of, "Oh, they're stealing my content, this one's stealing that like, I just, like I'd rather just be ignorant and not know what's going on in the crochet YouTube world as opposed to, like, I watch everybody and I watch this and I do this. It's like, I don't wanna know what patterns people are putting out. I don't wanna know what other people are doing because then you can't say that I copied blah, 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 because I don't pay attention. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what people are making. I don't know what's out there. I don't go hunting. I do what I wanna do. I stay in my own little crochet vision bubble. It's my crochet vision. This is what I'm doing, and I don't wanna know what anybody else is doing. It's kind of just where I'm at. So, it's like that's kind of just it also kind of protects me from being like, "Oh, well, this one stole my pattern, or that one stole this, or this one blah, blah, blah." Because when we were on TikTok, I was very much involved in, like, the crochet community on, like, social media, and I was just when we switched over to YouTube, I was kinda like, "I need to protect myself, and I don't wanna deal with any of that nonsense, so we're just not gonna do any of that." And I don't. I'm 31 years old. I don't have I'm too old. I'm too old to do, "You copied blah, blah, blah. You stole this." I can't do it. I can't do it. I'm not here for popularity contests. I'm not here for any of the stuff. I don't wanna know what other people are doing, so you can't say, "Oh, well, your pattern looks just like so and so, blah, blah, from blah, blah, blah." And I'm like, "I have no idea who that person is, so I have no idea what you're talking about." When solar pattern stuff happens is insane. It's absolutely insane, and I don't want any part of it. I don't want any part of it. So, I'm just that's kind of where I stand on it, is like, I don't wanna know. There is a lot less of that stuff on YouTube in general. I completely agree with you, but I'm too old. I'm too old. I don't wanna and also it's like, I know what I do, right? I care about what I do. I don't wanna watch other people do exactly what I do. I wanna watch other things. I wanna enjoy other things because I don't really have a lot of hobbies outside of crochet, and it's like it's so much on what I do that I'm like, I don't wanna watch other people crocheting and doing this or doing that. Like, I want to do what I have to do for my business and learn about the false prophet or, like, other things like that. Like, I want to have my mind taken off of it. Early 30s, yeah. I don't have a pattern for the jellyfish yet. No, not too old, but too old for the drama bullshit. That's what I meant by too old. Like, I'm too old for the drama nonsense of, "You stole my pet," and, like, the high school attitude BS. That's what I mean by I'm too old. Like, I'm too old for that crap. Like, I'm not doing it. Just not. That's what I meant by too old. Have you ever had any other hobbies? Once upon a time. Do I ever share my craft show schedule? Nope. Nope. They're part of TikTok, definitely. Yeah, and again, I'm just too old for that nonsense. I'm just too old. What got you into crocheting? I lost my job during COVID, and had to pivot, and here we are. Um, I started crocheting when I was 6. My grandma taught me because I was bored at her house, and they lived in the middle of nowhere, and there was nothing else to do. So she taught me how to crochet. But other than that, ones that take an idea and then go around accusing people of stealing. I'm sorry, you don't own the idea of crocheting a sweater or a plush. It gets ridiculous. I think that, like, to an extent, right? Okay, sure. You don't own the idea of a cat. But when you take the original pattern and you're trying to make something specifically identical, but you change to the numbers, that's stealing. If you didn't come up with this idea in your head or have an inspiration from something, right? You're not designing it. You're stealing it. There is a difference. Like most of my patterns I came out with because there was nothing else out like it out there, right? I wanted an elephant that's nose did the blip 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 blip. So I did that. I was one of the first people to attach my pieces the way that I do to make them no so, like on my flamingo and on other things. Now, other people have taken those methods and have turned them into other amazing things. And that is fabulous. Great. I'm so happy for you. This is a part of the reason why, like, I haven't really been pushing, like, my penguin or my sea turtle because, like, there are so many sea turtle patterns out there, right? Mine is a little bit different. There are ways that I do mine differently, especially with the tail and how I attach the arms. But in general, the idea of a crocheted sea turtle, that's nothing new. Like, that is someone's idea, right? So it's like, I don't want to be accused of stealing because all of them look fairly similar. Okay, I've never really looked at a crochet sea turtle pattern. This is just like, I don't need to look at a pattern anymore for anything. I designed my own, right? But I'm still kind of just like, sure, no one owns that idea, but if you are deliberately taking something and being like, well, yours increases to 24 and mine increases to 18, that's stealing. That's where I have a big issue with it. That's where I have a big issue with it. Now, if you're not looking at other people's work and looking at other people's patterns and things of that nature, it feels a bit different. But that's one of the reasons why I have been fighting myself to release some of my patterns. How many skeins of yarn do we think Sarah has used during this live? Used finished? Completely finished? I do the chain 2 method with big fluffy yarn and don't use the magic ring. There are 4 in the cluster. Oh my god, Kyle. You're back. Welcome back. Hello. Why are you awake? You have work in the morning. Um, I have the patience to write my own. Absolutely. I think that there's just this grand concept that, like, in order to get to the next level of where we're at in our crochet journey, we have to start selling and designing patterns, and so many people are just not being original with their ideas. Not and also, like, there's so many bad patterns, right? That's one of the reasons why I started designing. A, there was nothing that I wanted, and I hated the patterns I was buying. They were just bad. He knows me as the witch? Okay. I don't know what to take with that comment. Um, I do have work. Peace out, Girl Scouts. I will text you, Kyle. Are we hanging out tomorrow? Even if it's just at my house? Potion lady? What potion? I'm very confused. The yarn from Big Twist. Oh my god. I was like, because I made the witch's hat. I'm like, because I'm a bitch online. Like, how are we go? I'm like, I don't know what to say to this right now. Okay. Uh-huh. People who say that you can't sell the finished item that you buy a pattern from, um, I don't know how legal that is in other parts of the world. That's not a thing here. You can't do that. Um, Here. Other parts of the world, yes, and you have to follow your rules. I don't know. That's your hair color. Okay. I was so My husband knows you as the witch lady. What? The potion lady. What potion? What are we talking about? What are we talking am I making something today? I am. I'm currently making a mushroom. We were talking about how many skeins of yarn I have finished. I have not finished a single skein of yarn yet today. No, that's a lie. Yes, no, I have not finished a single skein. Someone was scream was stolen. Exactly. We're at to gather flaming pitcher. I was just very I'm like, "Are we calling me names? Like, what are we doing?" Witch's potion. We got there, we got there. I'm making a mushroom. Yeah, you can't share to other yeah. I am making a mushroom. When you were typing. That's alright, I was just very confused. Yeah, I don't think you can like, I know some people try to say that you can't you they want you to buy a commercial license in order to sell the things that you make with the pattern. Um, I don't think so. Do I use Centro for the squids? The top parts of them, normally, yes. I've kept the labels. Um, the quality has been different. I have not bought much of it since it was bought by Michaels, but I that wouldn't surprise me in the slightest. Um, Go to bed. Have a good night. That wouldn't surprise me in the slightest. I love those that you make. Thank you. How do you blindly crochet and know what row or stitch you're on? I need to know your trick. Um, I have the patterns memorized and I don't need to really pay attention. Like, especially with the stuff that I pick to make while I'm on live. Like, that's why I make specific things on live, right? Like, these mushrooms, I know it's 3 rounds till I get to the feet. There's a very distinctive, like, if I look at crochet work, I know how many rows it is, how many rows has been done, and what is here, right? So I don't need a stitch marker. I know that this is the starting point, right? So 1, 2, 3. Oh, look, when I hit that, that's when I got to count for the legs. So then I add the feet or the arms. And then cool, I do 2 more rows until I get to the feet. Then I do the feet and then we close it. It's for me, it's not rockets. And then you close the way you close pretty much anything else. I'm like, I'm not doing anything crazy. It's just a fun experiment. Gotcha. About frogs, turtle. Um, I make all the parts and then I crochet them all together. But that's just how I do it. And got frustrated. Fair enough. Thank you so much for the star, Ice Hawk. And like I said earlier, it's like I don't need to count how many. It's like 2 and a decrease or 4 and a decrease. Okay. 4 and a decrease around. Well, when I can't do 4 and a decrease anymore, that means that I've hit the next row. So that means that obviously now it's 3 and a decrease. At least it feels obvious to me that I don't even need to think about it. It's like I'm going to do single crochets until I get to the decrease. Then I'm decreasing over the decrease. Then I'm going to do however many I need to do to get to the next decrease. Like I'm not counting constantly except for like I guess the first row of decreases because it doesn't. If you count the first one, or you're at a number where you know what the decrease number is gonna be, right? So say, like, right now we're at I don't know. I don't even know what I'm doing right now. Um, I'm doing 2 single crochet and a decrease. I'm gonna do that all the way around. When I get to the next round, it's gonna be 1 and a decrease. But if I do 2 and a decrease, I'm gonna be decreasing in the wrong spot of the decrease from the row before. So I have to do 1 less. I don't know if that like, does that make sense? I don't even think about it. Right, you can't sell crochet pattern with Mickey without. Well, okay, so Mickey is different. It's not IP licensing, it's copyright. I do a standard decrease. Mickey, no. Steamboat Willie, yes. Um, because it's in the public domain. Like Winnie the Pooh, without the red shirt, not a problem. Red shirt, problem. As in as long as I can hear you. Still cannot be sold on a market, correct. That is copyright. Someone I guess IP, it's intellectual property. Um, someone owns that intellectual property. That is not yours. Right? Right, correct. Mickey is just like iffy territory because the mouse is so anal about their copyright, which I completely understand. So is Pokemon and things like that, Nintendo. But like you can get away with like black Mickey ears or white. Black and white is fine because it's technically Steamboat Willie. You can't do anything about that. But the second you go into facial features or into color or like the actual mouse, it's a problem. Copyright is still crazy, yeah. Yeah, I just don't mess with the mouse. When you double strand something, do I charge the same amount as if you did the same thing with big yarn? That question is not as easily answered. Um, I also believe YouTubers shouldn't crochet someone else's patterns on their own channel. Why not? If they don't design patterns and they want to promote patterns for other people, not if you're showing step by step as you go. Yeah, that's a problem. That's a problem. But please show that you've made my crab, my stingray, whatever. Don't show you making it. Yeah, that's a problem. That's a problem. I agree with that. That I agree with. Um She's talking about breaking it down if the video was on my hands and I'm showing it step by step. Like if I was live and I said, and now we're going to do 3 single crochet and a decrease all the way around. Then we're going to do like if I was walking you through it in tutorial fashion. No, I completely agree with that. Yeah, that's a problem. That's a problem. Yeah. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. What were we saying right before that? Because my brain stopped working. Um, Big yarn, double stranding. So I have hit a point in my crochet career where I don't love working with small yarn, right? So parfait chunky, velvet, anything of that nature. I typically double strand. So it ends up being the same size as Bernat blanket yarn. For me, it more matters about size than it does if I've double stranded it or not. So for me, when I'm working with the Just Chenille, I double strand it because that's what I'm more comfortable working with. Does it add to your material cost? Yeah, a little bit. But when you're dealing with stuff that's that small, it's almost negligible. And to me, it doesn't really matter because I'm using so much at so much of a time, right? So what's happening here is why I'm double stranding this. This looks like Bernat blanket. This is not. That's the problem. This was a lot thinner. So in order for me to get it to be the same size as Bernat blanket, I double stranded it. So it's a little bit bigger. It's almost more like plush. But this is actually Big Twist Cuddle. This is not Bernat blanket, which is why I am double stranding it and why it's not killing my hands to do so. Normally, I double strand parfait chunky velvets and things like that because in order to get it to be the same size as my general go-to, which is Bernat blanket, it'd have to be double. So for me, it's like you gotta look at things differently. Um, like and how I price things and where things are. Like the bigger the yarn, the bigger it's gonna be, but that yarn generally tends to be more expensive, right? But if I made the same plushie in blanket yarn and parfait chunky, the one in blanket yarn is going to be this big. The one in parfait chunky is going to be this big, right? Price wise, your yarn for parfait chunky is going to probably be a bit less. But in order for me to get it to be the same size, it's going to take me twice as long to get it to be the same size. Or I could double strand it. Then your price is about generally almost the same for yarn usage. Does that make sense? That's how I like to look at it. I'm using a 6 millimeter while double stranding. Because my hands are too hard using all the blanket yarns. Not really. Only when I'm using the um Sweet Snuggles. While we were on patterns, how are there so many beading and scarf patterns? There are only so many ways to make them. Yep. When I double strand, do I use a bigger needle? I use whatever needle I need to use in order to make it the right size and not be wholly or the right size needle for that yarn. Whether that's a 6, whether it's a 5, whether it's a 4, it doesn't like I'm using whatever size needle I need so that way it's not wholly. And I think that it's just like I'm at a point where it's like have figured out what I can use and what I can make in order to sell different things. So not a lot of yarn is gonna go to waste if it's sent to me, right? I will find something to use that yarn with. Whether it's too thin for me, I'll double strand it or triple strand it until it's something that's usable or something that I want to work with. Um, Kind of a loose crocheter, so when I start on me, I need to tighten my stitches. So let's talk about that. I have loosey goosey tension. Size down the crap on your hook. Size down. Size down your hook so much. A lot of people, when their tension is super tight, you can use an 8mm crochet hook with Bernat blanket yarn. And I am so happy that works for you and that your work is not holy. If I use an 8mm with Bernat blanket yarn, you will see Jesus. It will be so holy. When I use Bernat blanket yarn, I'm either using a 5 or a 5.5mm crochet hook. Use what you have to do so that way your work is not holy. Bernat to knit with, you use less yarn. Yeah. A 4.5 with Parfait Chunky. I think I used either a 3.5 or a 4 with Parfait Chunky, and I just generally double strand it because I don't want to work that small. Thank you so much for the flower. And like that's the thing. It's like, could I get more out of them at that itty bitty size with the Parfait Chunky using the small hook? Yeah, I could probably make more of them. But it's like, why make more of them for cheaper when they take the same amount of time to make as the bigger stuff when I could just double strand it and get them to be the same size and charge the same price? Your hook, what size hook you use is based off of your tension, not off of what the yarn says. Whatever hook I use is not going to be the same as what everybody else uses. It is a very personal thing that really can't be taught. Time cost is so much more expensive than materials. Yep. Warm. Oh, 84 degrees. I missed that comment. Yeah, hot. Oh, and you're in the UK. You don't have AC, do you? Thank you for the thumbs up. And you really don't know what size hook you're going to need until you look at a piece of work, like make a ball or something, and you'll see it on the decreases. If your decreases are wholly, size down. You can still see your stuffing when you decrease, size down. Hers was so loose. Mine, I crochet very loose. I hold like barely any tension on my yarn. A video about this, it's very interesting. I haven't. I can't cope. Oh boy. And like you might get like you see like there's like it's not a hole, but like it's a bit looser than the rest of them. It is what it is. I like to not choke my yarn. Like I see some people who are like, look at my tension finger. Look at the dent. Please no. Why are you hurting yourself? Don't do that. Don't do that. And that also means that your tension is probably not even. If you have to wrap your yarn around your finger and tension this way, there's no way your tension is even if you're doing it like this. There's no way. There's no way. No way. Do you ever get the stuffing fiber stuck in your hook when you're working in the last rounds? Yes. I have had that happen, which is why you'll generally see me when I get to my last few rounds switch my grip to the knife grip, and why I forced myself to do both. About the pain, and I don't get it. Yeah, because knitters torture themselves and crocheters felt like they needed to pay homage or pay their dues. I don't know. I don't get it. And it also, like, for me, it kind of also depends on, like, how tired I am. When we get to later at nighttime, I don't know if you guys noticed, but you'll see me switch to a smaller hook because I know I'm getting tired and my tension's getting loose, so I compensate. And you get the stuffing stuck in your hook. Huh. I think it all kind of just depends. That's literally why I switched to the knife grip to close my stuffies. Um, but it also could just be, like, where you're holding your yarn or how you're holding your yarn while you knife grip. Because it all has to do with, like, the angle at which you're inserting your hook once the stuffing is there of how it's pulling it out. So, you just gotta pay attention to that. It's always up 2 sizes, yep. So it's been hard to crochet. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. That's the worst. You know, I bought this yarn and it was probably on sale at Joann, and I feel like it looked, like, dirty. Do you see how it almost, like, looks dirty? And that's just the way the yarn is. It was like that throughout the entire thing. So I made mushroom tops with it because anything else that I thought, um, I made in this color, it looked dirty to me. So I made mushrooms, and I think that will be fine. Do I crochet a regular single crochet or a cross? I don't know what that means. What does the X mean? The other day, I noticed you crochet kind of like holding a pencil. I tried that. It really hurt. Did you learn that way or does it depend on what you're making? I learned that way. I have a pencil grip. So again, there's two. Oh, yarn. I yarn over. So now I'll hold. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, I. What do I do? So I've always just been a pencil grip. That's just the way I was taught. I yarn over. Or I guess, is that yarn under? Yarn over, yarn over. Yeah, I knit real tight. Hey, babe, how's it going? You can't hear me. So that's I hold my hook with like a pencil. It's basically through my middle finger and my thumb. My pointer finger just like kind of sits on top. My other two are just in here. They're just there. They generally hold on to the project. My yarn is held in this hand. Tension mainly comes from my pinky. You okay? How's it? How you going out there? All right. Um, and I hold my project here, and there's my yarn. How do I buy a clover hook that doesn't have a purple handle? You buy one like from Hooks and Glitter or something like that, where they make them in other colors. I'm just here. Okay. I gotta go meal prep, but I'm just hanging for a second. Okay. Um, I'm probably gonna get off after I'm done with this. mushroom. Hi, Ben.
Hello, greetings and salutations, Earthlings.
So that's, yeah, yarn over, yarn over. I've tried to yarn under, but it didn't make enough of a difference that I was like, I'm gonna reteach myself or force myself how to do it this way. I mean, this is just the way that I was taught. Again, like, I have taught myself to be able to switch back and forth, but like when I knife grip, this hand does not change for me. Shouldn't Ben be at work right now? Ben's off. Ben does not work a Monday through Friday 9 to 5 schedule. Welcome back from Planet Ben. So yeah, what I found what was happening when I was pencil gripping, the angle I was inserting my hook at for the stitch was going down, and then it was pulling the yarn up to pull the stuffing out with it. So when I switched to the knife grip, instead of knifing down and into it, I insert my hook and push up. So that way the angle is different. So that way I'm not grabbing the yarn, the stuffing. Or drop my hook even further. Interesting. So yeah, so when I am knife hooking, that it matters for me where the angle of the hook is. And so I'm not knife gripping, inserting my knife down into it. I'm trying to go up. And I guess, like, when I knife grip, I'm really, like, not even, like, knife gripping it the way most people are. I'm kinda doing it almost like the way I pencil grip, where it's my pointer finger is not really doing anything, and most of it is coming from my thumb rotating and pushing upwards. But, like, you literally see when I switch to pencil grip, I'm going down and in, and when I knife grip, I'm trying to enter from up, to go up instead of down. I don't know if that makes any sense. I use different techniques to crochet. Yep. I tend to roll my hook between my fingertips rather than rotate my wrist. And again, like, it's a fine motor skill. It's gonna take practice. Like, when I had to switch to the knife grip, it took my brain so much to get used to it. It was so slow at first that now I can just switch in between the two. I guess I'm using my pointer finger to push up to guide it. I don't know. Have a good night. 9 times out of 10, I just use my pencil grip because that's, like, what's most comfortable to me, and that's where I find my speed. Um, and I switch to knife grip generally when, once there's stuffing to close. So that way I'm not pulling the stuffing out. Play yarn over with everything else, drove myself nuts. Yeah, I'm sure. If I was giving advice on knitting machines, which machine would you recommend? It depends on what you're trying to make. Um, I think that the Centros are a good machine as long as you learn how to take care of them. Um, and I think there's nothing wrong with buying a cheaper machine like a Centro and then upgrading to an Addy later if you decide you like it or not and want to make that commitment. Um, I like the 40-pin Centro. Addie doesn't make a 40-pin. I'm trying to make ear warmers, so I make them on the 40-pin Centro still. And I build into my price, um, that the I'm gonna have to replace my machine a few times a year. Addy is a better, higher quality machine, but if you don't know what you're doing and you don't know how to use it and you don't know how to clean it and you don't know how to take care of it, there's no point in spending the money on getting an Addy because it is still cheap plastic the same way the Centro is. It's a bit more higher quality plastic, but you're still going to break a few machines before you figure it out. And it's easier to break a $40 machine than it is a $150 machine. So, yeah, Addies are fabulous. I love my Addy. Um, there are still things that I like my Centros for. It kind of depends on what yarn I'm using as well. Um, Ear warmers, 40 pin, hats, 48 or 46. You need two different sizes for two different things. We learned that through iCord machine. Yeah. So again, it really kind of just it depends on what you want to do and what you want to make, and you have to start in one spot, and you really got to learn the machine and figure out how to listen to it and what it likes, and when it makes angry noises, you stop. Like I don't. I'll just push through and break it. But then people say, "Oh, well, they're um cheap crap," and it's like, well, it's a kid's toy. It's not meant to be a mass producing machine, which is the way you're treating it, and you're not taking care of it, and you're not taking it apart, and you're not oiling it, and you're not willing to learn what it likes and what it doesn't because the machines are very, very picky. Well, yeah, sure, you're going to think it's a piece of crap, but I could take that exact same machine and get it to work for 6 months. So it's like, it's what are you willing to do? I definitely say watch my um knitting machine tutorial, the um not tutorial. Yeah, knitting machine tutorial video with beads, 3-ply resin cast. I do not have a community tab. I do not. Um I don't. I That's very cool. I didn't understand, like it keeps trying to get me to do it, but I don't know what it's for. Like this could, like, I don't want this to come off the wrong way, but it's like, you can see, okay, awesome, cool. That seems like what a Facebook page is for, or your own personal Instagram page. Why do we need to put that on my YouTube channel? I just don't get it. I don't get it. Like, and I don't mean that in like a mean way. I just like, why there? I feel like YouTube is just trying so hard to be all the other platforms at the same time, on like all the things. Um, exactly. And then I have to monitor it, and then I have to look. I have a hard enough time responding to comments. I'm like, I don't need to be monitoring if people are behaving on the community page, which is another reason why I didn't want to do the Discord in the first place, because it's like, I mean, now I have more time because my brain is more focused, but it's just like, yeah. The Discord is still there. It's still a thing. I could never figure it out, and I know you guys wanted me to do it so bad, but I just could it was not my thing. I couldn't really figure it out. So it's still there for you guys. I'm just trusting that y'all are behaving. Centro Addy, I currently don't have the space to use all three, so I make hats on my Addy. Yeah. Um A lot of people use it to inform people about any news, new videos, or share other people's content. I have it set up for that, for me to use the community page, and I have used it. But I don't understand why it needs to be I feel like it's a I need to let you guys know things. Here's the community page. But like I feel like if we ever like if I open it up for a free for all for everybody, like I feel like whenever I post things, they don't get a ton of attention in the first place. That if we open up as a free for all for everything, then when I do have something important to say, it's going to get lost in the weeds. Maybe that's naive thinking. Like I have used the community page for some things. Like, are people posting on the community page every time they post a new video? Like, it's already on my feed. Like, why am I sharing it? Is that what I'm supposed to be doing? I don't know. Like, please tell me, guys. I don't, like, literally, I am winging this as much as anybody else. Like, if that's what everybody else is doing, I'll go for it. Like, let's go. I'll do it. Let's ride. I just don't know. Right. And like, I've been using it for me. And then, like, when I need to send things to just my members, I use it for that. I just don't really want to open it up as a free for all for everybody. A server. Yeah. Discord is just, like, way too much for me, I think. I just saw when I post about the cuts. Yeah. 30 minutes. See, I should be doing stuff like that, but normally 30 minutes ahead of time is too much thinking for me. So maybe we'll start doing something like that. Initial views aren't high. Okay. I'm trying to get myself to still post more shorts. So maybe if I can get my head around doing that a little bit more, maybe I can get better at like posting more things. All right, guys. Well, we are out of yarn now. So I actually officially used 2 skeins. And you don't really watch shorts, yes, but that's how people gain traction and how people will find me to watch my long form content. Have time to do all of the things. Oh, I don't. And I was losing my darn marbles, and that's why I needed to get medicated. Yeah. Yeah. I just don't think we're gonna make it as a free for all. Like again, that feels like a Facebook page or like a community all hold hands and sing kumbaya, and I'm gonna say this. This may come across wrong. And if it does, you're free to have your opinion as well. This is my YouTube channel. It's about me. It's not about what everybody else makes. It's about me. It's about me. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm not kidding. All right. Well, on that note, and we love it here. Yes.